What's up, everybody? Welcome back to JR Sneaker Show. I am JR, and today I got something very special for you. So we're about to take a look at a sneaker that I stood in line for with hundreds of people, right? Do you remember those days standing in line for sneakers? Well, this was one of them, right? I stood in line for this sneaker. It's not this exact pair because I ended up selling my pair because I had picked up a 9.5 because that's all they had, and you know how it is sometimes. Squeeze into that sneaker. That's the only size left. So that's what I did. I ended up selling my pair, but here recently I went and got a new pair to replace that pair. Not a new pair, but a used pair. And so I ended up picking these up in Austin at a place called Outhyped. And so go check them out if you're ever in Austin. They got really good prices on sneakers. And so now fast forward, 10 years later, almost 10 years later, when I picked those up, to have them back in the collection, this is one of those sneakers that is very special because this sneaker tells a story. And it tells a story about how the Chicago Bulls back in 1995-96 had the best record of all time. And that record was only beaten here recently by the Golden State Warriors a few years ago. So they held that record for that long. And this was back then when they had a good roster. They had Michael Jordan, of course. They had Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, John Sally. And so that's just a few on the list, but wanted to make sure I got those right. And so this was an amazing time for the Bulls, for the Jordan, for Chicago. Just a lot of fun, and I remember those days. I really do. I had to have been in 1995-96. I had to have been, 13 years old, something like that. And I just remember watching these games with my dad. And, we would watch all the Bulls finals, and it was cool. I would watch basketball with my Uncle Michael, my cousin Robert. We would watch all these basketball games together, and it just brings back a lot of memories. And with Father's Day right around the corner, tomorrow, just a very, very special sneaker. So I ended up picking this sneaker up back in 2014, and I actually had to wait in line for this sneaker. So I don't know if you remember those days, waiting in line, trying to get a pair. They're handing out raffle tickets. And I remember I ran into a buddy of mine that I hadn't seen in forever. His name was Zach, and he was in the front of the line, and I started talking to him, and I literally was gonna have to wait in the back of the line, but there was a lady there, and she was like, "Hey, I got an extra ticket. Would you like it?" I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It was for a size 9.5, but I was like, you know what? I'm a 10.5. Let's go. So I ended up getting that sneaker. Didn't hold on to it for very long. I ended up selling it for not much more than I paid for it. And here recently, I ended up picking them up again. I went to a place called Outhyped here in Austin, Texas, and they had a used pair for a really decent price. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pick those up because, like I said, this sneaker tells a story. And I'm gonna go ahead and show the sneaker right now. Enough talking about it. Let's get into it. But man, this is a cool sneaker, and I can't wait to put this back on the toe. So you can see right here, Jordan 11 box. So the Jordan 11s, they typically come out with this sneaker around Christmas time. This is like the Christmas Jordan. Every Christmas they come out with a different one. Back in 2014, it was this colorway, the 72 and 10. It was a brand new colorway. From what I hear, it was a sample from back in the day that never got released, and so they finally released it. And so this is it right here, and you can see it comes in this box right here. It says Jumpman Jordan right there. You see the box is kind of beat, but this was the cool stuff that Jordan Brand used to do for us. I know every now and then when they get a collab or something, we'll get like a cool box or something. But this box right here this was it right here. So this has this finger hole right here, so you like pull this out. A lot of people, oh, you have to undo this little latch right here. So some people hate this box, some people love it. I like it. I mean, this was back in the day when, you know, you had to open this box. Like, now they don't do 11s like this anymore. So here's the box, and then it would come with this plastic right here, which all the 11s used to come with. They come with that plastic right there, and it says, I don't know if you can see that very closely right there. It says, Mike made them fly, you made them iconic. So right here at the top, it says, Tinker made them shine, Mike made them fly, you made them iconic. So very cool, very, very cool. Another sneaker designed by the GOAT of sneaker designing, Tinker Hatfield. I know Peter Moore designed the Jordan 1, one of the most popular silhouettes ever, so he's still got to get some love too, you know. So they used to give it to us with this paper. It would look like the carbon fiber that would come on the bottom. So I'm not going to hold you in too much suspense, but let me go ahead and hit you with that shoe ya. So this is it right here. This is the Air Jordan 11 72 and 10, and you can see right there, really good condition. Like I said, I picked these up at Out Hyped, and you can see they got the carbon fiber right here. So on the new Jordan 11s, excuse me, on the new Jordan 11s, the carbon fiber, it's not as shiny as, you know, as it was on this one, on the Jordan 72 and 10. So you can see it's not really shiny, but it's pretty shiny, and you can feel it. It's got like a texture to it. So if you get like a Jordan and it feels like, say this is hard, like really hard, and that's that carbon fiber on the bottom. But if you get one that feels like rubber or plastic or anything like that, then it's not legit. But this is carbon fiber, and it should have some kind of texture feel to it. It shouldn't be like really smooth. It's a little rough, and then also it's pretty loud and it's pretty hard. You can see it's got the milky bottoms, and then right there, what I like about this sneaker is you can see right there, it's almost got like this, I don't know, it's like a tumbled leather underneath. And then what I really like about the sneaker is it's got this tumbled leather all the way up, and then it's got this chromed out metal Jumpman, and then right there on the back it's got the 23, and that's stitched in there, and so that's really cool. So I gave these a cleaning already before I did this video, but something I really want to show you is inside right there. So like I said, these tell a good story. So I don't know if you can see that, but right here on this left side, right there, or the right side, it says 72, and then right here it says 10. And then the cool thing is, let me see if I can get that to zoom in. Yeah, 72 and 10. And the cool thing, it says it's inspired by the most historic season led by the greatest player ever, Jordan. So it's a little different on the inside that you would typically see right there. And then I went ahead and already took out the insoles. You can see the insoles, just your standard Jumpman insoles, size 10.5. It's got like these little lines or whatever. So if you've been watching my channel, you know I always take out the insoles out of all my sneakers, just because I like to put like some Dr. Scholl's and make them more comfortable. But wait, there's more. So when Jordan Brand used to give us the 11s, here's something that I miss about the 11s. It's just those little touches. They used to put plastic shoe trees in there. So I know, you know, we're trying to protect the environment, so I get what we're doing, but this is what they used to do. They used to give us these plastic shoe trees, and you can't really see it, but it's got like sparkles in there. So, but man, you know, and then right here on the tongue right there, it says right there, it says Jumpman Jordan. But it's really nice. I mean, these are really nice. They got tumbled leather all the way on the upper. Typically on a Jordan 11 you would see that this would be mesh up here, like a ballistic mesh. But let me show you something really cool, really cool, that I don't think anybody really talks about. On the laces, they actually say 72 and 10. So one lace says like 72, and then the other lace says 10. This one says, let me see, let me look at it real closely. Yeah, this one says 72. Let me see if I can get on that. I don't think you're gonna be able to see that. But take my word for it. So 72 and 10. So it's those little hits, those little touches. And then like I said, this tongue right here, it's all leather. And it's tumbled leather. The way you know Jordan 11s are real is the Jumpman right here will always be in line with the third line right here. 1, 2, 3. And then you got 4, 5, 6. So the cool thing about the Jordan 11 is it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines on the men's pair. Now I don't know how, you know, if that coincides with the 6 rings, but obviously they didn't know that, because then they still had the 12s, the 13s, the 14s, you know. But this is one of my very all-time favorite Jordan 11s, and I feel like, to me personally, I know it looks like the Space Jam, right? Except it's got that red hit right there, right? Man, as much as how iconic the Jordan 11 Space Jams are, you know, these, to me, in my opinion, are up there just because of the leather on the top and the fact that they have a red Jumpman and the red carbon fiber. You know, that's more of a bull silhouette, and to me, the Space Jams are always going to be awesome, the Space Jams. But, you know, obviously the Space Jams came out, you know, during that movie. So, you know, a lot of people don't go crazy over these, you know. These, the Jordan 11s they used to be like the best Jordan silhouette that everybody wanted to go after, everybody had to have, you know. But I don't really see anybody rocking the Jordan 11s anymore like that. It's a really nice sneaker, in my opinion, really comfortable depending on what size you get. I always go I always get mine in like a 10 or a 10 and a half. These are a 10 and a half because I like to put the shoe the toe crease protectors in mine. And so, but yeah, this is a really nice pair, and I got them for a steal. I want to say I paid right around like $100 for them, maybe 120, I think it was. So, you know, for a 2014 pair to be this clean, in this good condition with the box, you know, to me, I think that's worth it. I know brand new, if you bought these on StockX, you'd probably be paying right around $300 for these. Retail, when they first came out, they were like $220, I want to say. And so with tax, it came out to like $240. So to get these for half the price and to put them back in the collection, you know, I'm really excited. Plus, it's a predominantly black upper, and so I think just on feet, you know, this looks really good, really clean. You got your Jumpman facing, so that's the one thing they got. So on these, they, like on the left one, you got your Jumpman going backwards. On your right one, you got your Jumpman going to the front. So why they did it like that, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if it was to look like this, so that Jumpman's going the same way. I don't know, but either way, that's how they did it. So Jumpman going forward on the right sneaker, and then on the left sneaker, Jumpman going backwards. So but all right, thanks for checking out JR Sneaker Show, everybody. I hope you like the review of these Jordan 72 and 10s. God bless you, and I'm out.